Hey guys, happy Saturday from Hanoi. We're gonna visit the military museum and then go to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. And also try some Vietnamese street food. This one's called Bun Dao Met. Across the street from Lennon Park, where local children play, is the Vietnam Military History Museum. It is home to war relics, including a Soviet-built jet fighter, spiked weapons, protective gear, mine shells, and various documents. The museum serves as a reminder of Vietnam's long struggle for independence. The country was once colonized by China and France for about 1,000 years altogether. During World War II, Japan occupied Vietnam. A decade later, the Vietnam War took place, which in Indochina is called the American War. The US became involved with France to prevent the spread of communism. Needless to say, history is more extensive than what I'm mentioning right now. It's nice to think that war museums host objects of the past. It is up to us to stop adding onto the collection. Is it just me or does that look like a toast bread? It's incredible how big these planes are. I mean, I've seen war movies before, but rarely do I see them in real life face to face. Today they may be stationary, not being in use, but there was a time they were used to, you know, helping kill people. So there's something very powerful about this moment. Sorry with all the tourists shouting. I found a little quiet spot so we could talk. Although we like to believe with the passing of time, humans, we get smarter and smarter, but that's not true. You know, we have to, with each new generation, we have to teach them what we learned, passing down knowledge, our wisdom, our experiences, helping them out, guiding them. Because although we think, oh, we can't have a huge genocide again or life-changing wars, but they do happen still. I see people on the upper platforms. Let's figure out how to get up there. I'm guessing to get to the third floor, we go in through this way. Hey, it's as tall as me. Or more like it's as short as me. It's like a perfect height. Oh wow, these steps are pretty steep. Get up there. That was my workout for the day. Whew. I don't have access to a gym as I travel long term, so this is my gym. Oh, they're so steep. How do you get to the peak of the tower? We have to go through this gate, but it looks blocked. He's in my shot and I'm probably in his. In the distance, we have the Doan Mon Gate. We're gonna go under the plane now. How often do you get to walk under a plane? Unless you're a plane mechanic. Actually, this museum is bigger than I expected. See, you could spend a good, I believe I've already been here for 1 hour. Especially if you read all the descriptions. I'm thinking it'll take you a good 2 hours. This tank was used in the Vietnam War. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the tourists smiling big in front of war machines like this. It's already 11 a.m. The Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, that's where we're going to next, and they close for a couple hours and they start closing at 11:30, so we gotta get there ASAP. It's a 10-minute walk from here. I couldn't stay longer at the military museum. It was just making me really sad thinking about all the suffering humans have to go through. And it's not like hundreds of people, even hundreds of people of suffering, that's terrible, but I mean think about it, like thousands, hundred thousands over the history of mankind. Alright, we just made it to Ba Dinh Square if we cross the street. Okay, we gotta wait for the right moment here. Okay, if those tourists go, then it's a sign that I should go too. Alright, let's do it. And then I have to watch the other side. Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Woo, I made it. So we have to walk around the square to get to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. Over there. You wanna say hi? That guy, I guess he wants to be in my vlog. So they gated off the shorter route to get to the mausoleum. We're taking a huge detour. This detour is about 4 blocks long. On a positive note, it's good exercise, that extra walking. After all that walking, they're closed. I mean, it's not 11:30 yet, it's 11:15, but I guess it is late enough for tourists not to be able to go in. One of the things that travel does to you is it makes you not only more open-minded, but also become more flexible and learn how to adapt to different situations and not get frustrated if plans don't go your way. Because you never know who you're gonna meet, what you're gonna do. Alright, I see some stalls lined up on this street. There's this one particular stall that is drawing me in. They sell bun dao met. I like how they put the signage on the tree directly. It's hanging on a hook up there. And the roof is a tree. Let's sit myself right here. This is my view.
Name.
Quan Q. We have some chopsticks. Let's get some of that action going on. Ooh, she's preparing my dish. Look at those bubbles. Look at the other pan, more bubbles.
Shimai.
Oh, I love how they give a nice bundle of leaves. And for some added protein, we have a little buggy floating on top of the sauce. Over here we got some rice noodle, tofu, some rolls. And what kind of leaves are these? Minty. Let's dip our tofu into the sauce. Whoa. Well, let's try the sausage by itself. That sauce is very sweet, sweeter than your average candy. All right, let's try the tofu by itself. Inside is very mushy. The outside is not crispy, but it's definitely thick, but not so thick. These noodles don't fall apart, so you could see they were chopped into cubes. And it's a perfect size, it's bite size. Oh, and you gotta have some of these leaves. It makes things so refreshing. And last but not least, let's try these rolls. I see some carrot in there, as well as little pieces of mushroom. And oh, look at the outside. It's golden, but beyond golden. It's like a brown gold. Ooh, it's crispy and slightly flaky. One of the things I love about Hanoi is the street food. Every couple blocks, sometimes even every block, there's street food going on. Some are open in the evening, like past 6. Others are open before 8. Alright, we tried a little bit of everything, but we have not tried the extra protein. Should we have it with the tofu? Where'd it go? It's right there on the edge of the tofu. Our extra protein that we didn't have to pay for is complimentary. Oh, the extra protein has some extra flavor. People around the world eat ants. The most exciting thing on the plate I ate here is the fried roll. Oftentimes it's hard to say what food is good or not so good. It's all about the situation you're in. If you're sick, you're hungover, you don't want to eat spicy stuff. You want to eat more bland food, right? And that's when bland food is your best friend. Before I got to Vietnam, I also was in Thailand. I was in Bangkok, and I tried a lot of the different kind of street food. I found that Thai street food tends to be, it's very wild because there's so many flavors going on in your mouth. When you have Thai street food, you think of colors like red, orange, like really deep colors. Vietnamese street food is more like a Monet painting. One of the interesting things about travel is you see how different people react to certain situations from various cultures. Because in America, if you find bug in your food, you get a refund or you get a fresh dish. But in Asia, it's like, oh, there's a bug, whatever, just take it out. And by traveling to different countries, my tolerance for bugs have heightened. Before, when I saw a spider this big in California, it freaked me out. Even guys get freaked out. But especially after Bali, I mean, I saw spiders like big as my hand when they spread their legs. I mentioned this again and again. After Bali, all the bugs in California look so cute. We have a taxi driver eating here as well. That meal cost me 21,000 Viet Dong. This sidewalk, well, let's try to fit through here. The sidewalks here gets super narrow and then you get sandwiched between poles. Ooh, more street food action in that area. Now we have a full-on tree in the way. We gotta watch out for traffic and then we go back on the sidewalk. There's also electrical wires that hang from the side like this. So watch your head. In the next travel vlog, we meet up with Charlie and Annie and eat banh mi, along with other food. Remember to follow me on Instagram at Miss Mina O for delicious selfies. Bye bye!